Everybody, welcome to Cloud and Containers tutorials. This tutorial we do the lab about Docker Swarm or Docker orchestration. So I would start off by giving you an idea of the kind of lab that I have. So as you can see here, these are all different machines that are running on Google Cloud. So this is the master 1, this is master 2, and I have 4 nodes named node 4, node 3, node 2, and node 1. Docker node 1, Docker node 2, node 3, and node 4. These are all the node or the worker nodes, and this would be our master node, and these two would be our master nodes. So how you start off setting up a swarm is you type the command docker swarm init. So on the first node, this is the only command that you want to run. You can give IP addresses and all, but that's not required. You can run without that also. So by running docker swarm init, it ran a command and made this machine the first master of a particular swarm. So now if you want to join all these other machines on this particular cluster or on this swarm, it's really easy. So to add a worker to this swarm, you run the following command. As easy as that. So we copy this command and we run it. Let's try to run it here. Let's see what happens. So you have docker swarm join to this machine. So this node joined the swarm as a worker. We go here, do the same thing, enter. So 2 workers. Now we have 3 workers. This node also joined a swarm as a worker. So what did we do? We created one master node for Docker and 4 slave nodes or worker nodes. Now what we will do, we will create a second master node as a failover in case the first master node was to fail. So this is a command to add a manager to this swarm. Let's go here, hit enter. So this node joined the swarm as a manager. So within 45 seconds, we have been able to create a Docker swarm, a cluster of 6 different machines. So we will run the command docker info to check that, to confirm. So what it says is, go here and check. The swarm is active, node of the swarm. This is node ID of your swarm or the cluster. Is this machine a manager? Yes. Cluster ID, how many managers does this swarm have? 2. How many nodes? 6. Which means these 4 plus these 2. That tells you that by default a master is also a node. Okay, so we cleared this. Now we want to check on this node the same info, that is the same command, which is docker info. Now we run docker info here and let's see. So it tells you information about the swarm. Yes, the swarm is active. This is the node ID. Is this machine a manager? No, false. That's it. It doesn't have any of the information. Now let's leave it as is, clear it. Now what we have done here within 2 to 3 minutes is that we have been able to successfully set up a cluster, a swarm of 2 Docker masters and 4 Docker worker machines. Again, I go to the presentation that I had and I'll try to show you what this means. See here. So you have managers. In our case, we have 2 managers and 4 workers. In the next video, we would use this manager, one of the managers, to set up a orchestration for one particular container, and you would realize how the containers are automatically started on all the different nodes. First thing. Second thing that we'll do is we'll try to delete some containers once they have been orchestrated, and see what happens. Will they be automatically recreated or not? Third thing that we'll do is we'll delete an entire machine, not delete, we'll stop it, and then we'll see, will those containers be started somewhere else? Will the total number of containers be held constant, as we discussed here, the desired state reconciliation? After that, the last thing we'll do is that we'll delete the manager only, the main master that we have, and then we'll see if the raft algorithm that we talked about comes into picture and ensures that if one manager goes down, the second machine is made the manager. Okay, so that'll be it for this video. Thank you for staying with me, and I'll catch you again in the next video.